Came to rest, got a couple real homies and they all the best. Fly, and I watch for my life and I hold the lights, get a poltergeist. But all these same, like feeling strange as this world's getting so lonely. Yeah,
Game show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on Tuesday.
It's the NBA in their last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City. Trading blows in that one. They did win by 3.
Yeah, they're executing as a cohesive unit.
Yeah, roadkill is hard to get in this league. I mean, to be a great NBA.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So the Raptors 5 right now. The star pair of Lowry and DeRozan are the guards. James Johnson is out there with Scola. And it's Valanciunas in at the 5, down low. And that's going to be a travel. Here's Toronto. It's a 3-point game. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
Yeah, in the foul trouble. Coming down the stretch, they didn't have the guys on the floor you'd like to have out there, nor could they be as aggressive on the defensive side of the ball.
And because of the foul trouble, they really didn't want to incur more foul trouble, so they backed off and became passive, and that's no way to play defense.
Now here's Barnes. After the miss from Stephen Curry. Green dishes to Bogut. That's a 2 from Barnes. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Barnes has got 5 points so far. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
And that one's good, Barnes. And the Raptors off to a slow start. And stolen by Barnes. And it's the Warriors on the break. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play.
You're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
Now, here's Lowry. And we know he can score. He's averaging around 21.5 points a game. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Lowry. And again, no good by Toronto. Warriors have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. The 3 from Barnes. Another 3 for Golden State.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up. Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
It's Curry outside. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
And a chance to check out the numbers for Klay Thompson. He's putting up about 21 points per, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's been putting up points with regularity. I mean, that's what they depend on, his killer instinct on offense.
Yeah, and anytime this club needs a bucket, he's their go-to. Just irrepressible and a prolific scorer.
And really just trying to take the wind out of their sails here, I think. They're on the wrong end of a run and need to just kind of exhale.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to stop the bleeding. Things were starting to spiral completely out of control. And I think a timeout was a no-brainer there.
So, timeout called here, the first for Toronto. Last time they met was in Toronto. And
they lost a close one last time they saw each other. And you have to think that it was the foul trouble that really kept them from getting the win.
And, as you said, Greg, when you are in foul trouble, it makes you less aggressive defensively. And when that's the case, it's hard to offer the kind of resistance that you need to. That was in the back of the mind, the foul trouble they were in.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Valanciunas, good.
You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well. They got themselves in front with some outstanding shooting right off the bat.
It's been a complete technical, dominant performance out here. They are in a zone.
Now here's Scola. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 season appearances.
And you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Now here's DeRozan. 20 points for him last game against Detroit.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. Joseph, he's checked in for the Raptors.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond the arc. Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Some changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Raptors also changing it up. Biyombo comes in for Jonas Valanciunas. And it's Ross in for Kyle Lowry. That's good.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Now here's Scola. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. 1:32 left in the first quarter.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Raptors trail by 15. Stolen by Barbosa. There's the dish to Livingston, and he gets it to go.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
How about the start that they've gotten off to here? Huge lead, and we're still in the first quarter.
And, guys, it hasn't just been the scoring. I mean, they're playing tremendous defense, too.
Here's Joseph. The Warriors making the shot. Ahead, goes up, and Iguodala gets it to go in on the assist by Livingston.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
That's how you drive your point home.
I tell you what, he's lucky on that one that he got away with maybe not picking up a tee.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Iguodala, the pass to Varejao. This one for 3, and he gets it to go. Livingston's got 7 points.
Outstanding start from three-point range. Their shooters are on fire.
Really makes them a hard team to guard because they space you out so well.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. And another basket for Toronto.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Good if it goes. What a play. Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And forward James Johnson battled his way back into the league after some stints abroad. He talked about his approach to the game.
I play the game how it's supposed to be played. I play offense, I play defense, I rebound, steals, blocks. You know, I'm pretty much that guy who likes to work hard and don't want anybody to beat him out, you know, except the challenge.
That's exactly the kind of hard-nosed, old-school attitude that coaches just love.
Kevin, and so do his teammates. I mean, a guy like that brings out the best in everybody on that team. They just kind of feed off of his effort and desire.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And for the Warriors, this has been the game they wanted to have.
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far. 5
guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
So the Raptors 5 right now. Joseph is out there with Lowry, and it's Ross in at the 3.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Thompson from long range, and another 3 for Golden State.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Raptors shooting at 46%, making some buckets. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
Curry. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Lowry with the ball. And Curry picks him up defensively. And it's Lowry penetrating. Valanciunas, good.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Golden State's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Curry. Another miss by Curry.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep, though.
Mm-hmm.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Patterson, the screen. And Joseph kicks to Valanciunas. Makes it off the glass. Valanciunas has got 4 points in the quarter.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
And though he's been working on his offensive skills, defense and rebounding are Valanciunas' bread and butter. That was the case with him when he was playing in Lithuania, Clark, and it's the case now.
It still sure is the case. I mean, it's hard to find a guy with this combination of size, athleticism, and fluidity. Just a tad over-aggressive at times, but I'd rather have to turn a guy down than to turn him up.
To the inside, and stolen by Patterson. And Steph Curry with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
That foul is really going to hurt him in the second half. I mean, he's got to sit and may have to be off the floor for a long time, and they'll miss everything he brings to their team. I mean, he's active, he's aggressive, he's smart, he's tough. I mean, they're going to miss his presence significantly.
Oh, man, still a goose egg for him in the scoring column.
Plenty of space. That's good. Curry's got 15 points.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Lowry dishes to Johnson. He bangs it home with one hand.
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Toronto calls timeout.
You know, looking at Andrew Bogut, he's been one of the game's best centers. I mean, obviously injuries have saddled him a little bit over the years, but he's made it through 67 games each of the past 2 seasons.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Then for the Raptors, Biombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. And it's DeRozan in for Corey Joseph. The Raptors have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Well, going back to Bogut when he's healthy, he's a very difficult matchup for any opponent. Greg, one of the great rebounders and defenders certainly in this game now. He also, though, gives you points from the blocks and with timely putbacks.
You know, he's become an unsung hero in a sense. Not the flashy guy who entered the league, but more of a very talented lunch pail kind of guy who simply wants to do his part. The rapid-fire threes coming from everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure of the quality of that three-point shot attempt right there, going at it the way they did, but it all worked out for him.
Johnson gets the bucket.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
DeRozan against Barbosa. Pass to Spates. Golden State moving the ball around. And here's Iguodala outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
And for Kyle Lowry, a guy who just has an unbelievable nose for the basketball, the triple-double comes naturally to him now. Top 10 in the league the past 2 seasons. In his short time with the Raptors, he's already their career leader in that category.
Terrence Ross is checked in for James Johnson. Getting back to Kyle Lowry, the reason he's always a triple-double threat, Clark, because of his great work on the glass for a guard. Tough, strong, relentless, and committed to getting rebounds.
He's got the attitude of a power forward, even though he is a point guard. That's why he's one of the best rebounding guards in the league. It's his mentality.
That's good from DeMar DeRozan. And so he makes both from the line.
Boy, they're really battling, guys. Not sitting back, being aggressive, attacking when they have the chance. I like that.
Man, I like their...
Ross on the wing. And again, to run a review this one. And the teams are going to have to wait before heading to the locker room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And even though, you know, you're thinking maybe we don't need the replay in a situation like this, still plenty of time left in this game, and really it's about getting the call right.
Yeah, and the NBA Replay Center in Secaucus is queuing up the footage for the officials on the floor. The new process is making for quicker turnarounds, I think.
Well, the ruling is in, and the call stands. No basket, so no change, Clark, and the scoreboard as we end the quarter.
Smart decision to review the shot. That was indeed very close to being legitimate.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. The Warriors on top, delivering the blowout. And a chance now to send you.
I'm alongside Coach Casey, and Coach, you guys are getting torched out there tonight. What's going on?
I don't know what has happened, but our defensive concentration, rotation has gone the way of the Buffalo. And I don't know what it is. I could care less about offense. You know, we're going to score. That's not the problem. It's making up our mind and having a commitment to the defensive end.
Coach, thank you for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And what a show being put on here for the home fans tonight. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. So it's Golden State who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they went downtown and threw a party, and fortunately, we were all invited. The key is their shooters weren't afraid to pull the trigger on open looks, and it's a blowout right now.
Shaq, let's get your insight on Toronto.
Barbecue chicken. They were completely overmatched in the low post. I couldn't believe the amount of points they allowed in the paint. Wow, I thought I was out there scoring, playing basketball. They got to switch things up. It's a different matchup because they are getting eaten alive. Barbecue chicken.
Just about time for the third quarter to get underway, and we'll see you again at the Horn.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started.
Looking at the numbers for Sean Livingston, he's got 16 points, and he's added to his numbers by hitting 4 shots from the three-point line.
And really now you can tell the defense starting to have second thoughts in terms of how they're going to play him. That's 12 points from long range.
The Raptors shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson. They're in the backcourt. Barnes and Green are the forward set. And it's Bogut in at the center position. That's the Warriors 5. Lowry passes to DeRozan. Here's Valanciunas. Nice D from Bogut.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on DeMar DeRozan. That is his first foul of the game.
First personal foul, team's first.
Here's Curry, and it's Golden State with another.
And after his last game, really not surprised to see him as hot as he is here tonight. And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Three-pointer, and another three for Golden State.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Yeah, and Greg, you know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
And there are the Warriors now with another bucket.
That would be 4 in a row for them now as they have come racing out of the gate to start this second half.
Lowry kicks to DeRozan. Back to Lowry. Feeds to Valanciunas. And he gets the bucket. Valanciunas has got 10 points in the game.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Curry's shot is good.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
That one goes. Count it. And it's 9 points for Kyle Lowry.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Took that bucket in no time at all. And it's 29 points for Steph Curry.
Oh, what a sweet stroke from Curry on that one.
Valanciunas dishes to Lowry. Back to Valanciunas, and it's sent back by Bogut.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
DeRozan passes to Valanciunas. Johnson sets the screen for Valanciunas. It's stolen by Bogut. Moving it up. And Curry with the stop.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
And again, no good by Toronto.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. You know, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That free throw missing.
And around the NBA, there are some who want to redo how the NBA lottery works. They feel it punishes teams for trying at the end of the season and instead rewards others who maybe aren't doing as well.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Thompson.
sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they both shot the ball since the break.
Scola, no luck. Golden State's gotten the three ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. They retain possession. Back to Green. Golden State moving it around. Lets it go from deep. And Steph Curry gets the three. He's got 37. You know, Clark, losing teams handling losing with an eye to the future. It's a slippery slope and a very tough situation, not only for teams, but the league to try to figure out and rule on.
Yeah, exactly, Kevin. Well said, and I'm not sure what the answer is. I kind of like where we are with the lottery system, but it's something to reevaluate. I don't think it needs to be tinkered with at this point. Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
Iguodala kicks to Livingston. Verajao dishes to Barbosa. The drive by Iguodala. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
All alone, throws down the breakaway jam.
And the lead continues to increase. They are just playing flawless basketball at both ends.
Greg, I can't identify an area where this team has underperformed. I mean, they've been 5-star in every category.
And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Verajao. Barbosa's got 9.
Well, turnovers really becoming a key storyline in this one.
Yeah, sloppy play offensively, and that puts them at a disadvantage on the defensive side as well.
Raptors have gone 5 of 7 from the free throw line in the game. No good on the free throw. He doesn't get the second one. Golden State's gotten all 4 of the three-point shots to go down since halftime. They're lighting it up here. And they'll keep possession. Joseph, the pass to Patterson. Ross kicks to DeRozan. Stolen by Barbosa. Spades dishes to Livingston. A good finish at the rack off the slip feed. Livingston's got 4 points in the quarter.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Warriors ahead, running away with it. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the 4th quarter. And we're getting underway here in the 4th quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. Here's Golden State now. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. So for Toronto right now, White is out there with Powell. Then it's Anthony Bennett. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Johnson in at the 3 slot. 2 on the clock. Livingston. Another 3 for Golden State.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket. Right in the shooting pocket for a terrific assist. They've done a lot of that today.
And it's something we haven't seen much of at the opposite end of the floor.
Biyombo kicks to Powell. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's McAdoo. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 3rd foul of the game.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in.
You know, there are a lot of bigger power forwards than him in the NBA, but very few that rise up like he can.
Livingston passes to Bogut. It's rush outside, and that's going to be a treble.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
Toronto shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. And the call will be against Sean Livingston. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And Wright kicks to Powell. He used that pick to get in close. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. We've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing it in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have that are just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
Wright dishes to Johnson. And it's sent back by Bogut.
They've shown effort and aggression in the paint right from the tip. Their rebounding edge is impressive.
And they're giving themselves extra possessions and have taken advantage of it. And that's critical. You can shoot a lesser percentage if you're getting more opportunities at the rim. And the Executive of the Year award is an odd one. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Clark, the pass to Livingston. From deep 3-point range, Nogueira pulls it in.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one almost always deadly when he's that open.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Bogut. Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And it's Barbosa in for Ian Clark. Here's Livingston. Hands it from downtown. Livingston's got a couple of 3-pointers now in the 4th for the Warriors. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And that one's good. 8 points for Johnson.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Golden State's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Here's Livingston, and another 3 for Golden State.
He's absolutely killing it from outside.
1:43 left to play here in the 4th. Now here's Wright. He's guarded closely, and the call will be against Sean Livingston. That will be foul number 5 on him. The Warriors making a switch here. Spates is checked in. Biyombo is checked in for Toronto. DeRozan comes in for James Johnson. And right, here we go. And it's blocked.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, it seemed toying with it.
Yeah.
Lost count. Team will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I'd have to believe the sweep will be in order.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Stephen Curry. There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
Powell kicks to DeRozan, dishes it to Powell for the 3, and he gets it to go.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass up.
This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. DeRozan, the open look, and good as it just snugs right down through the net. Here is Livingston. The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Barbosa for 3, and that one's good.
And you can sense the fact that they didn't want to let the fans down here. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
Greg, it really has been. I mean, such a lively, vibrant atmosphere, and no doubt that played a part in the big win.
They clearly look like a different team now. Suddenly, they've got some energy out on the floor.
Yeah, but it's come a little too late to have a real impact on the game. Now, we call this box score window dressing. All it's going to do is make the numbers look a little better than it was.
So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
Yeah, they were clicking in every way. I mean, all cylinders go. No question about that. And once they pulled away, they didn't let up.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, here with Andre Iguodala. And what's the key for you guys to have games like you did tonight as you look to the upcoming games?
The key is just not letting all the outside distractions, get in the way of letting us do what we want to do. So we got to come in, play tough, and guys will be ready to play.
Andre, thank you. Kevin, they shut out the noise and just play.
Doris, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. And time now to head over to Ernie Johnson for the 2K postgame show.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated. And now let's present our Jordan player of the game, Stephen Curry. He came out of the locker room at halftime and was immediately on fire. That third quarter was his, and he did not hesitate to exert his will.
I will say this about Steph Curry. There is no player in the league more capable of single-handedly taking over a ball game than he is. What I mean is, Steph Curry's hot. Is hotter than anyone else is hot. He can beat you with his feet, his mind, his shot. The only thing you can be sure of is that he will beat you.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this evening. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson saying good night, and we'll see you again soon, but not soon enough.
I won't bow down to no man. Not even if you have a car with a tank full of gas. Not even if you have a ship to cross.
2K, I heard you play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.
This is the kingpin. Shooting the ball.
I won't bow down to no man.
Shoot around with Carl Anthony Towns.
Wait a minute.
Mike Wang shares expert tips.
You have 4 main options as a shot blocker.
To give you round 2 results.
I won't bow down to no man.
Of the road to the finals, and you vote on your top plays of the month. Tune in now.
DJ Khaled, Convict Music. We the best. Yeah, we taking over. Listen. Spread out with it. South Carolina, Alabama, Mississippi, on the North Carolina, Philadelphia, Virginia. From down in Miami, where it warm in the winter. On up to Minnesota, where it storm in the winter. Jacksonville, Tallahassee, Memphis, 10, holla at me. B&H-Town, Southside, Cloverland, Daddy, I'm the man out in Dallas. Better ask Cali. Catman, Cali with my eyes open valley. Blowing and spinning, going down Vinny. Drop 6, 4, 3, wheel hit switching. Red light stop, make it drop for the with it. Anything you hear that I said, I meant it. Can't got the crown, then spit out with it. Say you need I said, I get it. If you want to, we can supply you. Got enough work to feed the whole town. They won't shoot unless you try to. Come around and try to stop on our ground.
2K, I heard you play a little bit.
Yeah, I do.
Here's what's on 2K TV now.
This is the kingpin. Shooting the ball like a guard.
Shoot around with Carl Anthony Towns.
Wait a minute.
Mike Wang shares expert tips.
You have 4 main options as a shot blocker.
To give you round 2 results on the road to the finals, and you vote on your top plays of the month. Tune in now.
Like shine that's on my head. I'm big like Diddy. I'm with it. Cali, we did it. Biggie of my city. Please no fit it. I'm too pretty. The bread and get stupid. Silly. Money that come running like water. Mommy so hot. Miami on fire. You better be. Might get on the porch of your fortress. Yeah, they see it, but no one reports it. I run in.
Cause we taking over.
Better duck like the Mac, gotta eat.
the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Lakers playing against the Chicago Bulls in their house, United Center. Looking at the Bulls, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Let us talk for a moment about one Kobe Bryant. Coming off another season riddled with injury. Kenny, do you think he can still carry the Laker offense?
I don't know if he wants to carry the Laker offense anymore. I know he has the willpower to carry the offense. He still was the leading guy on the team last season in shot attempts. But a year off, something to overcome, man. I think he needs to put that kind of energy aside and concentrate on helping some of the younger players as we go on in this season.
You know him very well, Shaq.
Well, at this point of his career, he has a game that is not dependent on raw physicality. You know, he can take over with skill. Early in his career, he used to jump out the gym. Now he's older, shooting a lot of jump shots. But I agree with Kenny. Bring somebody else along. You only got 1, 2, maybe 3 years left. It's time to mentor somebody else.
Tip-off is fast approaching as we send it courtside to Kevin Harlan.
And a shot of Grant Park in downtown Chicago, right on the shore of Lake Michigan. Absolutely gorgeous. You can hear the roar here at the United Center. We'll see Los Angeles and the Chicago Bulls. Mucho gusto, and welcome to Noche Latina on 2K Sports. From the jerseys to the food to the halftime entertainment tonight, a distinctive Latin flavor. This is Kevin Harlan. Joining me, Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and courtside Doris Burke. And the Bulls start out with the ball. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. So the Lakers 5 right now. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at the 5 down low.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Now, here's Bryant. Here's Clarkson. The three-pointer is right on target.
How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
Here's Gasol. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Here's Kobe. Hibbert with the screen. Kobe attacking off the pick. And then to Moore. And Gibbs all moving here by the Bulls. Feeds it to Hibbert. And again, it's the Lakers.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow. But Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer. Was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Here's Rose. Roy Hibbert picking up that last basket. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
Just lazy defense on the glass there.
Well, nobody boxed out. Nobody put a body on anybody else. Things like that not only drive the coach crazy, that stuff gets under my skin.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark, he came from Iowa State, where he honed his coaching skills and was highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
Now, here's Clarkson. And it's Bryant in the corner. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
A lot of times in the first quarter, it'll dictate how big a role a player has later on.
Rose kicks to Dunleavy. The Lakers with the rebound.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Russell, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
Here's Moore. The shot will not go. Great tee that time from Hibbert. And they're pushing it up. Clarkson with the ball. And Rose picks him up defensively. The drive by Russell. Shot's good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Bulls trail by 5. Rose passes to Moore. 17 seconds left to play in the first. Russell against Rose. Just 5 to shoot. And again, no good by Chicago. Russell. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. And as we return, it's Noche Latina, celebrating the NBA's connection to the Latin American community. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
Lakers leading by 5. Clarkson dishes to Bass. Williams a screen. Kicks it to Young. Outside Williams. 4 on the clock. Back to Young. There's the 3. His first shot is a miss. 0 for 1 to start the contest.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs the new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And for the Lakers, they've got Young. Larry Nance out there with Brandon Bass. Then there's Jordan Clarkson, and it's Williams at the 2-guard spot. Nance a screen on Brooks. Clarkson kicks to Nance. And a miss there on the triple. Great getting back to Young. It's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clarkson only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
That drops.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
And guys, what a strange rookie campaign for Dougie McBuckets. I mean, he entered the draft as a polished sharpshooter. The Bulls traded up in the first round to get him, and he ended up playing 9 minutes a game over the course of last season.
Sonny Snell's checked in for more. And here is Los Angeles now. 3-point lead. Now here's Nance. He's guarded closely. Lets it go from 11. Brooks gets the rebound. And on the topic of Doug McDermott, one of the most decorated college players in recent history. And Clark, you called a lot of his games.
Yeah, enjoyed watching him play, and I still think he has a bright future. Just never found any real rhythm. Averaged only 3 points a game, but he didn't get much playing time. So look for him to bounce back in the years going forward.
Here's Clarkson after Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Now here's Bass. Defense right on him. And again, the Lakers no good. Clock management. This is where they can get a 2-for-1.
And Kevin, every opportunity counts.
Here's Snell. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. 5 to shoot. Brooks from outside. The rebound by Young. Lakers have gone 0-4 in the second quarter. Obviously, that needs to change. Clarkson, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
All the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Clarkson. And both free throws good for Clarkson. Bulls trail by 3.
Clock is clearly on their side.
Exactly, and they can hold it for the last shot, and I think they will.
Now Dunleavy to the middle. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Dunleavy.
Great job to hit his teammate on that move, Kevin.
And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Lakers ahead, up 1. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Roy, what's been working out here in the first half for you guys?
We're limiting them to 1 shot, trying to get in their passing lanes, make everything tough for them on ball. We keep this up, we'll be all right tonight.
Roy, great job in the first half. We'll see if you can sustain it. Guys, over to you.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. A competitive matchup for the Lakers in the first quarter. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. They were outscored by just a bit in the second quarter as they go into the break now holding just a 1-point advantage. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they didn't let this hostile crowd bother them at all. In fact, they seem to feed off of that hostility. Plus, sometimes when you're away from home, those distractions, your family, your friends, your fans, you can concentrate better. Okay, wait, did I just say my family, friends, and fans are distractions? Okay, let's go to the next thing. Let's go.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Chicago?
See, Ernie, this is what I'm talking about. You know, I was the king of this. See, you got to pound that ball in the paint, and they were doing that. I like to see more of the same in the second half. Don't start shooting jumpers now.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And we welcome you back to the NBA here on 2K Sports. And we're ready to get going once more. The players having a chance to have a short break and get some rest themselves and get refueled and hydrated with some Gatorade. More terrific basketball in store for us tonight. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's always setting the bar high for himself, and sometimes I think we just kind of get numb to how good this guy really is.
And Greg, you know how it was as the marked man when you were playing on great teams in your past. It's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
Lakers in the lead. Gibson is the 4 with Gasol at the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with Ejuan Moore. And it's Dunleavy in at the 3 slot. And that's the group for Fred Hoiberg as we begin the second half. Gasol with the steal. Outside Rose. The pass to Gasol. Here's Dunleavy. He hasn't scored yet. That I'm sure will change. No good from Moore. So many people overlook Pau Gasol prior to last season seem to think that Clarkie was past his prime.
Well, he was a starter in the All-Star game and a huge reason the Bulls played as well as they did. It was a big season for him. A lot of GMs shaking their head for not going harder after.
And Los Angeles guys shooting for the game at 42%. And there's the feed to Clarkson. The 11-footer, good. Clarkson's got 7 points.
Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swings really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Some changes for Chicago. Portis comes in for Taj Gibson. And McDermott subbed in for Mike Dunleavy. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Brandon Bass is checked in for Hibbert. Nance comes in for Randall. Young's checked in for Bryan. And Lewis Williams subbed in for Clarkson. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Rose passes to Gasol. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. 7 points for Pau Gasol.
And a lot of teams are looking for coaches that embrace analytics and look at data-driven approaches. Coach Scott is not one of those guys. He's an old-school coach who goes with his own perception.
The Bulls have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Moore passes to Portis. He kicks it to McDermott. Drains the three-pointer. And the Bulls lead by 4.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Good on the shot. And former coach of the year Byron Scott now with the Lakers. And as you said, Greg, he's not an analytics guy. And Clark, I think he's a guy that the eye test for him is huge.
Yeah, he feels a lot. Terrific communicator and storyteller. Great experience as a player and as a champion. And I think that all is evident in his coaching style.
And you know what? That's one of those heat checks if he's taking shots like that.
Yeah, heat check or not, I don't care how hot he may or may not be, he's not making that one. Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And they call over the back here. Too much contact.
Boy, did he go hard to the boards, but clearly went over the back in doing it.
Yeah, kudos for the effort. I always love that kind of effort, but he was just a little overzealous.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago. Brooks comes in for Ejuan Moore. And then for the Lakers, Roy Hibbert's checked in for Bass. And Randall subbed in for Nance. Chicago leading. And here's Rose. Pass to Brooks. Fires for 3. And no good trying to get that one. It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. Bulls lead by 2. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. We've got a great game on our hands as we welcome you back. The fourth quarter of action getting started. Well, the Bulls shooting 43% from the field. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Williams is out there with Clarkson. And it's Hibbert in at center. Now here's Rose. Gibson the screen. Here's Gasol. Can't capitalize on the good pick.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Clarkson dishes to Hibbert. Gasol with the steal. Here's Brooks. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Brooks has got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Bulls. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle steps for Chicago?
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Now here's Brooks, following the miss by Kobe Bryant. Left side Rose. Five to shoot. Outside Gibson. Dunleavy for three. And the shot is good. Now it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
I think they're trying to go for the kill here. I mean, they're starting to take a lot more three-point shots than they had been before, looking to run away.
And as long as you keep getting quality looks, the coaches should have no complaints. Play with confidence.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Gentlemen, Byron Scott had some advice for his team in that last timeout. He told the squad, now is the time when we turn it on and leave them in the rear view mirror. It won't be easy, but guys, I know we can put them away. Let's see if they can deliver, Kevin.
Now here's Kobe. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Throw good, Roy Hibbert. Russell, he's checked in for Williams. .131 left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Randall. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Went for the two-hander on that slam. That's where the weight room comes into play, Kevin.
I think some urgency from him there.
Man, I think he's sensing that this is a critical time in the game, fellas.
There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Rose, no good.
He's got to be disappointed with himself on that one. He has got to knock those down.
This is not over yet, but they need points here.
Chicago leading by 4. Dunleavy kicks to Moore. Rose in the post. Randall on him. Back to Moore. 5 on the clock. Dish now to Gibson. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Moore with the bucket. Moore's got the lead up to 7 now for the Bulls. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Kick by Randall. Russell passes to Bryant. And the bucket counts, and he's on his way to the free throw line. Try to make it a 3-point play.
That's good.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
There's 38 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And they go to the intentional foul. And Chicago has possession. 4-point game. It's stolen by Randall.
Well, that was a superb read defensively. He jumped right into the passing lane the instant the ball left the passer's hand.
Rose with the block. Dishes it to Russell. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Hibbert. And the shot no good, a bit short. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Twelve seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Takes a 3. It's good from beyond the arc.
For 3. Chicago timeout call.
And now they foul and stop the clock.
Derrick Rose at the line for the Bulls. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game. Bryant. No good there. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Pal, this win was punctuated by some quality defensive plays. How important is the defensive execution to your success?
Well, defense got to be always our motor. If we get some stops, we're doing a good job defensively, everything will be okay from that point on. So we just got to continue to emphasize our defense.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Clark, Craig, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin.
Super. Future. I come looking for you.